Authentic leadership, and we've got a whole model that wraps around this, but it really was sort of inspired by the work of Bill George, who used to be the CEO of Medtronic and is now on the board of governors for Mayo Clinic and has written a few books on the topic of authentic leadership. And I think that the background around authentic leadership is, why is it important now? Why are we hearing so much about authenticity? Why is it sort of a buzzword in business these days? And I think the reason why is because we've been over-techniqued, if you will. And I don't mean, that's not even a word. I'm sure my father is probably rolling over in his grave right now. But basically it's to say that we've gotten too slick, we've gotten too prescribed, we've gotten too political at work to be able to really believe what people are saying. And I think we are now meaning junkies. We want to make sure that what we are doing has value. We want to make sure that we purchase products, we go and do services, we buy things from different companies, we align ourselves with different companies because there's meaning, there's value. And there's a whole reason why I think we are so starved for meaning and value, but nonetheless, that gets translated into what we expect leaders to be these days. We don't want just somebody who's a great tactician, who can read a spreadsheet, who knows how to do an employee review, who understands a strategic plan and what a SWOT analysis is. We don't need just that, which we do need, but we also need a person who's authentic. And so what does it mean to be authentic? It means that you are being yourself. You are vulnerable, you are able to learn, you are able to fail forward, if you will. You are able to share your personal life to other people, that you speak from your heart, that you're not so prescribed in the words that you use and the way you communicate that it seems a little bit too phony. I think that authentic leaders have a clear brand, a clear message, a clear goal, a clear purpose in life, that their values and their behaviors and their actions and their perspectives all line up towards this large vision, this large goal that they're trying to accomplish. And it doesn't have to be specific, like I want to be a CEO of a major and multinational company. It doesn't mean that. That's really an outcome. We're talking about like what Simon Sinek talks about sometimes in his book, First Start With Why, and he's got a really famous TED Talk on the topic as well, is to really understand your belief systems and to be able to make sure that your behaviors line up to what you really, really believe. It's like, why is Martin Luther King such a strong leader? Why was he? It's not because he had a great plan, it's because he had a dream, and we related to that dream. We related to what he believed. And so because we saw ourselves in him, we wanted to follow that. Authentic leaders can tap into those universal beliefs with some clear, tangible goals that associate with them. And people want to follow that because it's real. Just like the same reason why we watch kids and cats on YouTube videos is we watch them because they're being authentic, because they're being real, and we want to follow real. We don't want to follow fake. And I think that's what makes authentic leaders so interesting.